All right, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, it is time for Ocala Magazine Radio. Kelli Hart is in the studio, making it smell pretty good.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Good morning, Kelli.
Hey, good morning.
Do you use the same perfume every single time?
Yes.
Like all of your life?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah. I've tried other ones.
You didn't have that young girl. Who was that? Tiffany? Was that the singer? Remember Tiffany had a scent?
It was Debbie Gibson.
Oh, she had a scent. Okay.
I don't know if Tiffany did, but I'm very familiar with both artists. But I remember Debbie Gibson had a scent that was kind of cool, and it had like a little spiral inside. And I've bought other perfumes thinking that, I like the smell, and the lady at the counter talked me into it. But for some reason, there's only one.
You always go back to the one?
There's one scent that I've been wearing since middle school that for whatever reason just works
That's
for
yours.
me.
Yeah,
it's mine. And if they
yeah.
ever discontinued it, I really don't know what I would do.
Do you believe what they say, that scent on you would smell different on somebody else?
Yes.
That your chemistry mixes with that
I do.
to make it your unique. Really?
I do. I mean, I have smelled, other women that,
Yeah.
like, gosh,
Me
you smell
too.
so great every day. Like, what is that? What is that perfume?
Right.
And they'll tell you. And so you think, perfect, I'll go buy it. And it just doesn't work the same for
Gotcha.
you.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I think
yeah.
mine works for me. And that's great because so far it's...
Do you well, let me ask you something.
Okay.
If you were blindfolded and we brought 10 men in here, all 10 that you knew, and you couldn't see them,
Mm-hmm.
could you tell who they were by their smell?
No. Absolutely, I would not.
Your face.
My dad.
Oh, what a day for a camera not to be on.
Right? If it were my dad, yes.
What a day.
If it were my boyfriend, yes. Besides those two men, no other men
Why?
exist.
I smell women that I don't have a close relationship with. I mean, it's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the thing about women is that we usually will switch up our scent. And so we like to wear this on this day and this on this day.
Ah.
And so it's hard to kind of hammer it down. But I don't really, it's funny. I don't really work with, I only have one or two men that I work with. So
Do you know, as a segue into magazines, which is what you're here to talk about, Ocala magazine
Yes.
specifically, those things that they used to put in magazines that I think they don't do them anymore. I don't know. But remember, you used to open them up.
yeah, they still do that.
Oh, they still do that?
They do it in, beauty and fashion magazines. Of course, they're
okay.
global and national magazines. They don't really do it locally. But I would love, listen, if there's a person out there that wants to start putting those inside Ocala magazine, I'd love it, especially if it were Calvin Klein, because that's what I wear, and that would be convenient.
Yeah,
so.
but wouldn't it be great if WOCA had its own scent?
Yeah. Yeah, so it smelled like the studio?
Yeah. The smell of radio.
That'd be great.
And we put a little thing in the magazine
Yeah.
that you opened up. Oh yeah, that does smell like WOCA.
Yeah, or what if it were just people profiles? So not only do you get to read about a person, but you can flip a tab and then smell it and be like, that's what
Does
this person smells like every day.
I'm here all the time, so I don't know that I know the smell of WOCA. When you walk in here, can you say, "Oh"? So the same question.
Okay.
You're blindfolded.
Okay.
We're gonna walk you around town.
Yes.
You can't hear that it's WOCA. You walk in. Could you tell you were in WOCA from the
Yes.
smell?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple places that I could probably do that. Like my church, I think, has a pretty distinct smell.
Do you want to know? Joe's give you a sense. What
What is that? Axe body spray?
but let me tell-
great.
let
Now
me-
I'm going to attract a bunch of
Let me tell you
thirsty
something.
women
let
all
me,
day.
Let me tell you something. When you walk into an Italian restaurant, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it usually smell really, really good?
Really good.
Okay, so there's a pizza restaurant. I won't name it. And their food is really, really good, but they do not smell like an Italian restaurant because the neighboring store smells almost like that thing Joe just sprayed in here.
Axe body spray? What are they, next to like a men's
No.
fitness
No, it smells like incense next door.
Oh.
And so the pizza place smells like incense.
Ooh. I don't think
I
I, want
know,
to walk
I know.
into a pizza place and smell patchouli. You know what I mean? I want to smell sauce.
It's right,
And
right,
cheese,
right, and
yeah.
garlic and oregano.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
But in a way, it's
God, that really is lingering.
I know.
Whatever Joe just sprayed, it's really strong. Golly. I could do without that. Now I'm going to smell like that all day.
no,
so.
you won't. You'll smell
yeah.
it, but you won't smell like it.
I hope not. Yes, I'll smell it. I hope I don't smell like it. But the week is coming to a close, and we've, the new July issue of Ocala magazine is out, and it has our 40 under 40 folks in it. And
Yes.
every day on Facebook,
And Brittany Marthaler is in there.
Yeah, there's some amazing. I mean, of course, they're all
There was
amazing.
a few people in there I knew. That was the only name I could think of off the top of my head.
There are, it's so awesome.
You know Brittany?
I do know Brittany.
Oh my gosh, isn't she a great lady?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Well, now I'd like to say I know all 40 of them.
That's right.
Because
Yeah,
I know them through just kind of organizing the whole entire spread. But I think it's fantastic. And I love when they are reposting the pictures that we've put online or taking their picture with the publication and posting it in how supportive everybody. Oh, you deserve it. You're so
Have you ever been
amazing.
included in that 40 under 40?
I have, yes.
You should be.
I have. Before I was working for Ocala magazine.
Oh, they put you in there when you had the flower shop?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of cool. So what was really cool was the first time when I first started working as the editor of Ocala magazine, and it came time to do 40 under 40. It was like, now I'm seeing it from the perspective of what the person who was organizing it when I was on the receiving end did. And it is much easier to get the call and say, you've been selected, come get your picture taken, than it is to call 40 busy people and say, you've been selected, I need to organize getting your picture taken.
Isn't it wonderful when you say really wonderful things about people, but could you ever do a roast? Like, would you ever feel comfortable? You know those roasts?
Yes.
Aren't they horrible?
I love them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I think they're great. In fact,
could you handle that if you were being roasted?
Are you kidding? I'm roasted every day, literally, by people. So could I handle it? Sure. I'm numb to it. I don't.
Did you ever see B. Arthur?
I don't even care now.
Did you ever see when B. Arthur was being roasted, the mod?
No.
I think she didn't quite get it. She thought it was like, honoring her.
Sure.
She looked like she was going to cry. It was horrible for her.
People are hateful. I feel like
They're
Facebook
really
is
hateful.
a roast. It's like a virtual roast. I'll say what I want, and you'll never find me because I can create a page in like a matter of moments. Or people are just kind of mean. But I like the roast. In fact, at one time I suggested doing a roast, maybe finding someone really affluent in Ocala and doing a roast for charity.
Yeah.
And
that's a good idea.
People are like, well, just do it.
Why don't we do that?
Stepped up. I thought it would be a lot of fun because no one's ever done a roast in town that I'm aware of.
Because everybody wants to be kind. Everybody wants to say nice things.
Yeah, but come on,
right?
you know what people
how you doing?
what people pay to read and watch and see. Those kinds of things. So when it comes to charity,
so why don't we do it?
We could do it.
Who would you roast? Would you feel bad roasting like the mayor? Wouldn't you feel bad? He's such a nice guy.
He is such a nice guy, but here's the thing.
But you're going to get everybody who knows him and throw him under the bus. That's basically what roast is.
So yeah, basically. Basically it would be, but hey, it's for charity. So that's why it would take a very thick-skinned person who's probably already very public, who most people already know the ins and outs, and then you have maybe another panel of 10, 12 people that are also well-known in the community, and then you let those people roast the one person.
You really couldn't go to Travolta, though, because he's already probably been exposed to roasts from people
probably
very, very famous.
But
he's in a different category.
But that would be a great idea if John Travolta would step up and let some local people roast him for charity.
Gosh.
People would go just literally to say, "There's John Travolta."
I would never do it. If I was him, I would never do that.
Well, if you really love charities, John Travolta. No, it'd be awesome. I think it'd be fun. I thought it was a fun idea that just kind of never came to fruition. But now that we're talking about it, hopefully somebody takes that idea and would.
Who would you
run.
roast, though? Who would you roast?
I'd roast anyone that signed up to be roasted. I don't know how good I would be at roasting.
I would be horrible at it.
I don't know how good I would be because
I would be horrible.
It's just hard to, I don't know.
My slam dunks or whatever they call those things. They would be kind. I would be horrible at saying bad things.
Yeah, I mean, I know people think I'm mean, but I'm really a lot nicer than.
Who thinks you're mean?
There are a few people because I'm honest. People confuse honesty with.
Did they think you were mean
the B word
last week?
With the B word.
Did they think you were mean last week?
I'm sure a few people did. I haven't heard from those people, but no, it can be confusing. But I'm okay with that because I'd rather be honest. But I think if I had to roast somebody to their face,
point. That was a really good point you made last week.
It was a good point.
For those who didn't hear, Kelli was pointing out that the contest that you've had called don't tell me, Best of the Best for 40 years, 23 years?
25 we're in our 25th year for that, yes.
Star Banner starts doing one, same name, but they charge.
Yes.
Same
name, same concept,
what's
same time of
England,
year.
bad form. That's bad form.
It is bad form, but to try to balance it out, I wanted to clear the air for our readers and the people who have received awards from us. To let them know that, it's important that people know the difference.
Wait a minute. I got something to tell you.
Oh, yes.
Unless Robin already got this to you. Do you know who Tom Davis is from
Yes,
Lifestyle?
of course.
He wanted to know how to get somebody nominated, I think.
Okay. Well, I can tell you how to do that. So we've started last week on the Ocala Magazine Facebook page. So everyone needs to go and like the Ocala Magazine Facebook page. And we have started posting our Best of the Best logo on Facebook, and attached to each time that we post, it gives you an opportunity to, for example, nominate a new business, because every year we have a category Best of the Best New Business.
Right.
So, and that's always a fun one because it changes every year. Because come
Has
next
to.
year, you're not new anymore.
You're not the new business
So it's
anymore.
always fun to see that one. And also, we've given opportunities for people to nominate new categories, because we like to hear from our readers. Hey,
Right,
you guys have never
right.
had a best, I don't know, like watch battery changer outer, whatever you call that person. And so
I
maybe
actually
you wanna
had
have
somebody
that
I could
person?
nominate for that.
Yeah?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay. Well, see, these are
There was a lady
categories.
over here at Sears.
Okay.
And she was so nice to the old people when I worked at the assisted living facility. She would change the batteries. Isn't that funny how you said that? And I
Yeah,
actually know
see?
somebody.
So every year we have to consider that there's only, we usually have about between 50, maybe 65 different categories. Just because we don't want the survey to go on for days. We want people to feel like it's easy to take and it's not going to take up too much of their time. So we really try to do some quality categories, and we want to hear from people. So the best way to do that is to like us on Facebook and be watching as we open up different options for nominations, and then we'll get very specific. Some of the categories we do every year, like best new restaurant or best chicken wings, some of the things that we do every year, that's when you can go in and be nominating new people. So it's a lot of fun.
Best deer feeder. We don't have one of those categories, I don't think.
Deer feeder.
Yeah.
Like
Like the thing you put in your backyard to feed the deer, and you take pictures of the deer coming into your backyard.
oh, yeah.
You heard that story, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear the story?
No, that's why I'm like, is that a thing?
Well, it is. They sell them at the big box
No, I know
stores.
what a deer feeder is.
Okay, so it's got a little thing on it. When you nudge it, when the deer nudges it, it gets a little bit of food.
Corn or something, right? Isn't it
Right,
corn
some
or
kind of
something?
food,
Okay.
yeah. Some kind of food. It's usually fortified,
Okay.
artificially with vitamins or something to keep them healthy. And so the deer are supposed
So
to
we can shoot them? Thank you.
Yeah, probably.
Thanks for keeping them super healthy.
keeping them healthy and big, so we have plenty of venison.
Fantastic.
A spoonful of sugar helps the venison go down. So this guy, his wife buys him one of these deer feeders.
Okay.
And he sets up a GoPro that takes pictures when the animal pushes the nudge thing, then it gets food plus gets its picture taken, right?
Oh, how nice. It's like a photo fun booth for deer. And probably squirrels too. They probably figured it out.
Well, yes, you're on the right track.
Okay.
So Reese's macaque monkeys
Okay.
are now in his backyard to the tune of like 50 at a time.
Oh, come on.
No, it's in the news. So 50 monkeys are in the backyard, and they're eating his deer feed, and he's taking lots of pictures of monkeys. Some of them are so funny, Kelly. One of them, the monkey is like right up against the camera, and his little head and his big eyes are looking into it.
Oh, I want to see this.
Oh,
You'll have to send me a link on Facebook or something.
Oh, okay.
So monkeys and deer eat the same food?
I
Probably
guess,
like a whole tangent
apparently.
for another show, but I'm like thinking, I thought monkeys.
But see, now people are coming up with ideas to make their deer feeders a little bit better, like putting in Viagra into the mix, and then watching the monkeys after.
Oh dear!
Oh dear! I know. I don't know why they didn't think of it with the deer. You would have thought that would have been fun.
Ooh, that's
photo
kind
op
of
too.
Sick. Okay, well, that's interesting. Hey, you never know what's happening in nature, and I guess if you have a GoPro set up,
right,
and basically like, here, nature, here's some food, come and get it with a GoPro. Yeah, I guess that would work.
All right, I'm gonna find you the Reese's monkey.
Please do.
Monkey deer feeder. Ocala.
Wow.
It's in Ocala. It's making national news, this thing.
Is it in the forest by chance?
You know what?
Because there's some weird stuff that happens.
The
in
guy
the
is
forest.
a young guy. He's a nice-looking young guy. Is this the one here, maybe? Swarming feral monkeys in Florida. Oh my gosh. The monkeys are making national news,
That's great.
in Ocala.
Hey, I never mind when Ocala makes national news for like really fun things. It's a good change of pace, right?
Yes.
Some
Here it
nice,
is.
fun things.
All right. Now, this is in the Columbus Dispatch, Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Okay. I just Googled it, and that's what came up. Hold on. Got a dateline of Ocala, Florida, of course. A Florida man says he's got a monkey problem. Brian Pritchard of Ocala told local television stations, which would be WCJB,
Right.
That troops of rhesus monkeys swarm his property 2 times a day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., by the way, it's when they eat, to swipe food from his deer feeder. Cameras he set up to photograph the deer instead capture pictures of monkeys. He's got as many as 50 at a time. The primates have eaten 250 pounds of food in recent days. And it goes on. And then it goes, Ocala is 75 miles northwest of Orlando, just in case you don't know where we are.
Why does that matter?
Because
in case people want to travel from Orlando to see these monkeys, trust me, Orlando has enough going on. They don't need to come in Ocala to see our monkeys. Oh my gosh, that is interesting.
Yeah.
So that's his new hobby. So now people will be setting up food feeders and GoPros. That's what will happen.
Do you know what they say too? When you see these monkeys, don't smile at them. Because they see teeth and they think that's a...
like a mating call?
No.
Oh, I was
no,
like, oh my God, I'll never
aggressive.
smile at a monkey.
You're
again.
angry. They don't think that... They don't see it as happy. They see it as angry.
Oh. Well, you're not supposed to smile at a Sasquatch either. Just so you know. In case you ever roll up on one. No, I don't know.
Don't smile at a Sasquatch.
No, but it could be.
But the way you do show happiness to a monkey, just so you know, you just open your mouth really wide without showing your teeth. If you ever notice, that's what they do. So if you want them to know you're friendly, you just do that.
You know what? I'm really glad there's no camera today because I'm sure 3 times already I've blushed on this show. There is some bad things going on today. I don't know what is it. A full moon tonight? I don't know. We need to take a break.
We are up against a break. We'll be right back. All right, 24 minutes after 10 o'clock. 86 degrees, by the way. There's a 33% chance we'll see rain today, most likely in the afternoon. 91 is the expected high, and the weekend looks pretty nice.
Nice.
So, there you go.
Rain, you say?
Amateur weatherman forecast.
So shocked.
Yes. So there was a story yesterday that illustrated to us all how important quotation marks are.
Well, they're very important.
Yes.
I have tattoos of them, see?
Yeah, you do. That's neat.
I do, yeah.
When do you hold them up?
Anytime I say, and then she said, don't,
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
Instead of doing that
yeah,
thing.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yesterday there was a story about Superintendent of Schools Heidi Mayer
Yes.
saying no homework for elementary school kids. The Star Banner article told the story correctly.
Okay.
But there were quotation marks that misled everybody, in my opinion.
Okay.
The quotation marks were around the 2 words no homework. So the story read, there is a no homework mandate. Okay, with quotes around no homework. Take away the quotes, there is no homework mandate. Big difference.
Yes.
The first version means she has said you will not, you shall not ever assign homework.
Right.
The second meaning is it's up to you. We're not mandating it anymore.
Big difference.
Huge difference.
Yes.
And even I got it wrong because when I reported on it based on those quote marks. I thought, well, gosh, okay, no, you can't give homework anymore. It's not what she said. What did you think when you saw the story?
So I thought the same thing when I read it. I thought that she had pretty much laid down the law and said there will be no homework.
Right.
In fact, I even told my elementary school child, hey, guess what?
No homework.
You're not going to have any homework this year because she'll be in 5th grade. So it'll be her last year as an elementary school teacher or student. And so, of course, she was really excited because at that time I had only seen one, Star Banner article, and I read it the exact same way.
Right.
And only in looking at it did I realize that I was incorrect, and then now I have to go back and tell my 10-year-old, hey, just kidding.
It's up to her teacher.
It's up to your teacher.
See, I wrote Kevin Christian from the school board. I wrote him. I said, could you please clarify the no homework mandate story for us? Does it mean A, there is no mandate that says teachers must assign homework, or B, there is a mandate that says teachers must not assign homework? And it says
it's a big difference.
It's A. In fact, I'm just going to read you what he wrote, so I'm not misquoting. He says the district directive is not to have homework every night. Not to say a student won't have homework occasionally for science fair projects, book report, biography project, etc.
Sure.
But it doesn't even call it a mandate. It's a directive. It's a suggestion to instead of assigning homework, sit down with your children, read a book for 20 minutes.
I like that idea.
Not a bad idea.
Lily brought home this past school year a form for parents of elementary school children to fill out that said something about homework. Would you like for your child? It's worded differently than what I'm describing it here, but basically, yes or no. Do you agree with this? That your children should have an option of not having homework? And I checked that I thought that she should have homework because. To me, it's, I like seeing her come home and sit down. I like the opportunity for us to work together on things.
Right.
But then I started thinking about, based on the research that she, described in some of these articles.
Right.
And I mean, clearly I'm no school superintendent, so I
took the
don't
same
know.
position. Right.
I just was basing it off what I enjoy with my child. But as a whole, if it's going to benefit, or if maybe there's no benefit, because a lot of parents put a lot of pressure on their kids to do homework, and some teachers assign a great deal of homework that takes away time that the child can maybe be active, time they could be spending with their family, doing other things.
Yeah.
So putting the shoe on the other foot, I thought it through, and I thought she knows way better than I do if this is a good thing or not. So, and not to mention, I'm not great at math. So the idea that she's not going to come home and ask me how to do these math problems
right.
was pretty exciting. But I love the idea of reading together. That's something we do anyways. So I absolutely love that.
And that was part of my response too, is that a good parent is going to do some kind of homework anyway, regardless of whether it's assigned by the school or not.
Sure.
Because
a good parent will.
The school is not the only educator in that child's life. You're the educator too.
We should be really the first educator, and then the teacher kind of secondary. So I'm excited to see how that unfolds, and I'm kind of excited to see after a school year goes by what those results look like. So maybe that's a future story for Ocala Magazine.
And just if you can help somebody else understand that story, you might have misunderstood the story.
Yes.
Because I think we all did.
Yes. Be careful with your quotation marks, you guys. It's very, very important. So, and like us on Facebook, like Ocala Magazine on Facebook and Instagram, so you can be voting best of the best. We're also celebrating our 37th year in business in Ocala. So we're doing a lot of giveaways on Facebook, really nice quality prizes. So you'll miss out if you don't like us.
And recommend somebody to be roasted for charity.
Yeah, think about that. I'd like to see someone come forward with with some incentives on that.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kelli.
Thanks, Larry. Have a great weekend.
We'll be right back.